Up with Angela Yee, and our happy Tuesday to y'all. Hopefully you guys are all caught up on White Lotus by now, right? Yes? No? No? Okay. Well, anyway, make sure you do in case you haven't. There's a lot of traffic, and we have this thing in New York that I know we don't have anywhere else in the United States called congestion pricing, where you have to actually pay to come to Manhattan. It's a toll that you have to pay on a daily basis. This was supposedly going to cut down on traffic, but doesn't feel like that happened. But they do this in other countries. It's just something unique here. All right. So Mano is running a little bit behind. That was why I told that whole story. But in the meantime, let's start the show with some love and some positivity. Let us shine a light. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. I ran into somebody yesterday that I haven't seen in a long time, and it made me think of some stories from back in the day. So I'm going to shine a light on her. When we come back, it's Way Up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time to shine a light. And today, I want to shine a light on somebody who I actually ran into yesterday, who I hadn't seen in a long time. And that is my friend who's also a publicist, Zenobia Simmons. Now, we were also discussing how when 9/11 happened, we both lived in Jersey City at the time, and she was actually at my house. I live right near the Highland Tunnel, so that's in New Jersey, and that's right when you go over the bridge, and the World Trade Center is right there. And a lot of people were coming to my house because the phones weren't working, and she was just somebody who was always super cool. She's a publicist. She's still working. She's had over 20 plus years as a PR person, but she's also a psychic intuitive, and that day, she was actually doing readings for people at my house because everyone kept coming to my house because they didn't know what was going on that day. So I ran into her yesterday. So I just want to spread some love to her. She's always been an amazing person. It's nice when you can throw back and run into somebody who you know since you were young and they still act the same. All right. Now, Kevin, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my mom. Today is her retirement day. 40 years of working into Social Security Administration.
Okay. All right. Your mom is retiring today. That's huge.
Yeah. So just want to tell her thank you for being a great mom.
Okay. What are y'all doing for her retirement?
I plan on taking her out to eat today. I know she probably here now, so it ain't gonna be no more surprise. But yeah, plan on taking her out to eat.
Okay. All right. That's nice. Well, shout out to you and to your mama. Working hard all these times.
All right.
Retirement. We all got to be prepared for that one day. You got to start preparing for that now.
Man,
Are you ready for
wait to
that,
get to
Kevin?
point. No, but I can't wait to get there.
All right. Let's get prepared now.
All right, so have a blessed day.
All right. You too. That was Shine a Light. 800-292-5150. You know, if you couldn't get through, we can play you for last word if you want to shine a light on somebody. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's talk about Lizzo. She's discussing her weight loss, but she doesn't want to call it weight loss. She has another name for it. We'll tell you what that is. Also, Kenan Thompson from Saturday Night Live is talking about a health issue that he had that he was embarrassed to talk about. We'll tell you about it. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that yee tea.
New Mano.
Hey.
Hey. New Mano.
Happy Tuesday. We back in the building, back on the map.
Back in the building.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this Yeetie. So Lizzo was on Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast, and she talked about a lot of things, including her body transformation, body dysmorphia, going through things behind the scenes that people may think happened overnight.
I relate to that.
Because you pop out and people are like, oh, that just happened. No, it was
I
a long
relate.
journey.
Yeah, I relate.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going through stuff.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But she talked about not calling her physical transformation a weight loss, but rather a weight release. Here's what she said.
The weight that is no longer on me is not just fat or physical. I released so much to get to this point. And I think people can see that. And I don't want to describe anything as loss. You know, I'm not experiencing any loss. I've actually gained so much. I've gained like a sense of self. I gained like a lifestyle that I actually really love. And I'm like, I can maintain this.
Well, good. And for me, it feels like, and the podcast is over an hour long, but it's really great to hear her talking about everything, including the new music. But I think that her body positivity was so on Front Street. And I was thinking about the Luther Vandross documentary, which I said to her, how he used to hate people always would talk about his weight loss. Like, what gives people the permission to keep on asking?
Mentioning that, right?
Yeah, about somebody's personal things about their body. Because for some reason, people feel like they're allowed to talk to you about that if you're like...
They think they have the right to say anything.
Right. You never know what somebody's going
Right.
through. If it's a sudden weight loss or if it's a weight gain or
Whatever
what
it
struggles.
is, and it's you. And you got the right to do whatever you want to do. So if she wanted to lose weight, that's what she wanted to do, right?
Yeah, she did, and it's a release. All right, now, Kenan Thompson from Saturday Night Live, who, by the way, is the longest-running cast member, 22 seasons on SNL. He revealed...
22 seasons?
Yes. He revealed that over 2 years ago, he privately was suffering from painful acid reflux. And it got so bad that it affected his work before he finally had to get help from it. He said he would get hoarse a lot easier doing the show. He lost his voice quicker, but also uncomfortable, sleepless nights. He was burping up acid, hiccuping all night. And it was already stressful in the environment that he was doing a live show. So he told People magazine, so all of those factors, I was like, whatever, I'll get over it. But it just started to pile up. And he said that he wasn't necessarily embarrassed to talk to a doctor. He just didn't know if he needed to. And he finally did go and get help for it. And there was a real medical term for it. It's actually called gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD. So, yeah, you can never take things lightly that's happening to your body that's causing you discomfort.
Keeps happening. Like, you got to check it out.
All right, well, that is your UT. When we come back about last night, I want to know what you've been up to.
Me?
Yes, you, Mano. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
It's
Last
way up with
night.
Angela Yee and Mano's here.
I'm in the building.
And now, where were you last night? And we didn't even get a chance to catch up after
I
the
know,
wedding.
because we went to that wedding. It was lit. Everybody
lit.
was dancing.
You had a chocolate
yours lit.
mushroom bar.
And so did you.
I had a tiny
No,
piece.
no, I feel like you had more than just one piece. My man Meeks was stuck.
He was. He didn't know what was going on. And I was like, you okay?
Yeah. Yesterday, I had a lot of stuff to do around Mano Day, so I had a lot of meetings.
Mano Day is coming up. People are already talking to me about Mano Day, like I'm on the planning committee.
Nice. So yeah, I was handling that most of the day.
Oh, you know, another thing that I've been talking to you about, because you also have Mano Day. I'm like, Mano, you have to, and I know you went to Rikers Island and did some work
And I'm
there.
doing something with them, like more. It's going to be more permanent.
See, and I was telling you that, right? I was like, Mano, I need you to do more when it comes to
you willed
these
a lot of these things into me, like
justice initiatives,
pause.
because
Wow.
I feel like, yeah,
it was
whoa.
pause. Yeah, that was crazy.
You've been through a lot in your lifetime, and you're justice impacted,
Right.
And you're the perfect spokesperson for people to see that you can turn your life around.
I started to really feel like that. Like me and you was talking, and I started to say, who else could really do this but me?
Right.
Who else is really better at this? Who can really speak to them in a way that I could, because I've been through what they've been through.
Because you go there and it makes it more like, okay, it's rather than sending somebody that's never.
It's just popularity for that.
Look, I've been to MDC, but it's different if I'm going there. I've never been locked up. I've never been arrested.
Right.
But for you to come in there and to know, like, for 10 years, I did this. I had my birthday, right? You know,
all that.
And figuring out how to make it through.
That's right.
You know, I'm a supporter because I work with people, and I have a lot of friends and people close to me who are also justice impacted, because we don't like to say formerly incarcerated. We say justice
impacted. Is that the new thing now?
Yes. It's like saying unhoused instead of homeless.
Homeless.
Yeah.
Unhoused. It's crazy.
Listen.
But you helped to get me on track with that. So I got a few things I'm actually doing with Rikers Island. Shout out to Bevel. I just want to say that.
Okay. All right. We like it.
Yeah.
And when we come back, I want to talk about this, because we were at Dan's wedding, Dan and Rita.
Yes.
And their wedding was pretty amazing. Now, I know it was very stressful for him. And this is something they've been planning for, I feel like, forever. I'm like, when is his wedding happening? But then it's finally here. Now he's on his honeymoon, safely away. Everything's happened. They really had Afrojack pull up and DJ.
Wedding. That's a fact.
And everybody was fist pumping. When I tell you, it went crazy. And then Mano, you hopped on the mic and did all the above, and they were tossing Dan around like a rag doll.
That was crazy.
He was crowd surfing and everything, but it was really fun. It was nice. It was really, really dope.
And we was in there tripping.
Okay. Anyway, I want to ask you guys, what is the best wedding that you've ever been to and why? What made it the best wedding? 800
the most lit.
292-5150. What is the best wedding you've ever been to and why was it the best wedding? That's 800-292-5150. Give those people their props. The best wedding, 800-292-5150 is way up.
And I'm back.
We're about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're way up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
All right, it's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
I'm here, baby.
I'm here, baby. And we are talking about the best wedding you've ever been to. Now, we were just at Dan and Rita's wedding. It was amazing.
Yes,
Fist pumping,
it was
Afrojack
really,
DJing.
really good.
You were so inspired. You got on a mic and
That's
did
right.
all the
I
above.
started performing.
Well, Dan begged you to do that. He was like, come on.
Dan is my guy, man. And I was proud to do that. And we had a time.
Everybody was going crazy.
Yeah, it turned into a mini concert.
And I've been to some great weddings too. Shout out to Notori and Tu. There's been some amazing weddings and festivities. My family members, my uncle, from when I got older. I think it's always better when you get older. As a kid, it's like whatever. But when you get old enough to appreciate it. Now we want to know about you guys and the best wedding you've ever been to. What's up, TJ? What about you?
Hey, what's going on, Yee?
What's good? Let us know. Me and Mano want to know, what is the best wedding you've been to and why?
The best wedding I went to, like I said, was my brother's wedding. Like, the food was A1. Like,
that's what I said,
that's all we
food.
needed. The food, they had seafood, high-end food. It was open bar. Plus, I was in the wedding, so that made it even more popping. And then, since we're from Newburgh, our boy Party popped up, so he came to the wedding. So we had it lit. We was crowd surfing. Everybody was lit. So that was the best wedding I've ever been.
That's what I'm saying. Good food, good drinks.
Right. And then it
open
has
bar.
to turn into a party. Like it has to turn into like a super vibe where everybody's just dancing and
not caring.
Right. It got to be that. It can't be too stiff.
I tell you, the old ladies was dancing. We had them out there, chairs on the walkers on the dance floor.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the vibe right there.
I love
it. If it ain't like that, I don't want to be there.
Did you go with somebody?
No, I went solo. I was single, so
he's like me. He's crashing.
Did you have a hookup?
Nah, I didn't have a hookup. I'm looking for the wifey type. I'm not looking for no hookups anymore.
Oh, okay. That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Want to give out your Instagram? No, I'm kidding.
I'm looking for wifey type.
For all the ladies.
I'm looking for a Yee type.
Oh, that was a shot
he's
right
smooth.
there. He's smooth, yeah.
Well, thank you for
calling.
calling.
A couple years ago, wouldn't it? That would have worked a couple years ago.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, TJ.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
What's the best wedding you ever been to?
It was my cousin's wedding.
Okay, explain why.
Because it was my first wedding that I ever went to. It's like I've been to so many funerals. Like, damn, when am I going to go to a wedding? So going to his wedding just did something to me, made me look at weddings totally different.
It made you want to get married?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It made me want to get married. Just off the strength of just seeing that it happened in my neighborhood. Like, all right, this is possible. People do get married. Especially at the day and age we living in right now. It's like, who wants to get married? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's promoting marriage.
Right.
Like,
I like that, though. That's what a good wedding does. It makes you feel like I'm next.
Right. That's how it made me feel.
Oh, God.
I'm getting married in July.
Okay.
You getting married in July? Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you, bro.
That wedding's going to be lit.
Yeah, it's going to be lit.
And that divorce party's going to be even better.
The divorce.
Where you having it at?
Not yet. I'm not sure yet, but it's.
But with who? Yeah. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure yet neither, but it'll be July.
We'll be there, right?
You don't know with who and you don't know where at.
Yeah, hey, listen, man, those small details. It's just gonna happen in July.
We'll be there, TJ.
Pull up on me, TJ.
Oh no, I'm for sure coming.
All right, thank you. Well, thank you guys for calling. And listen, we love these positive stories. So if you want to leave a message, 800-292-5150. We want to hear about the best wedding you've ever been to. And when we come back, we have your Yee tea. Let's keep the positivity going. Even though y'all want to argue about this, Billboard put out a list of the top 25 women rappers ever of all time. We'll tell you who made the list. You know who's number one. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Mano's on the toilet. So let's get right into this Yee tea. Anthony Edwards has agreed to give Aisha Howard full custody of their 5-month-old daughter, Aubrey. They've been having this awful paternity battle. He told the court in Georgia he consented to the mom of two receiving temporary sole physical and legal custody of the infant. And he also wants the court to establish his child support obligations. There were these rumors that he was giving her a one-time payout. Aisha Howard has since said that is not true. So I guess this is how this is playing out. It's been a lot of drama for the two of them that has been publicly happening. So yes. All right, now let's get into the 25 best female rappers of all time. This is according to Billboard. So many things to dissect here, but I'll tell you who's in the top 10. Number 10 on the list, Foxy Brown. Number 9 is Eve. Number 8, Roxanne Shante. Number 7, Salt and Pepper. Number 6 is MC Light. Number 5 is Queen Latifah. Number 4 is Lil' Kim. Number 3 is Lauryn Hill. Number 2 is Missy Elliott. And number 1 on the list, you know it, is Nicki Minaj. Are you surprised at all by that? No. All right. Well, I think it's always hard when you have these lists of the top, rappers, period. And this is not just in this past year, not this past decade. This is of all time. Now, other people who are, who made the list, Cardi B was number 11 on the list. And, Cardi has a new album coming out. And I think that is going to determine a lot because, to be clear, while she's done a lot of guest appearances, Cardi does still only have one album. Now, people would also argue about Lauryn Hill, but Lauryn Hill was also part of the Fugees. She did have the Miseducation. And so she's had a lot of longevity. And I think even making this top list, under those circumstances, number 12 is The Brat. Number 13 is Trina. Number 14, Left Eye. Number 15 is Megan Thee Stallion. Number 16, Doja Cat. Number 17 is Rhapsody. 18, Remy Ma. Number 19 is Lotto. And number 20 is my girl, Moni Love. So those are just some of the people on the list. I see Tierra Whack made the list. Doechii. Some people were saying that Doechii should be up higher. Some people were saying it's a little early for that. I don't know. Nick, you're a DJ. What were your thoughts when you saw this list?
I think it's pretty accurate. I think they're going by Billboard sales or charts. That's what it looks like to me. Or accolades. So,
well, it's the Billboard staff.
Right.
That compiled this list. So the criteria was body of work achievements, which is albums and singles that have charted, gold and platinum certifications, cultural impact and influence, longevity, lyrics, and flow. So those are all, and that's a lot of different things to take into account. But longevity is one of them. So it is hard to say if you're earlier in the game, how can you...
Lauren should be higher than, in my opinion.
Okay.
Definitely, because she does tours to this day.
She's had a ton of cultural impact and influence and a lot of longevity.
Yeah.
But I will say maybe some people feel like not enough bodies of work.
No, I agree.
But she is number 3 on the list. I mean, that is pretty high.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that's fine.
What number did you think she was?
I thought you said something else earlier. I'm sorry.
All right, well, that is your Yee tea. Mano is still on the toilet and under the radar. I hope he has his feet elevated so they don't fall asleep. Under the radar is next. It's Way Up.
Check the news. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yep.
Back again.
Back again.
Under the radar. Now, this is really sad. At least 27 people were killed and dozens more injured. The roof of a nightclub in the Dominican Republic collapsed this morning. And
Really?
More than 100 people have been rescued alive from the Jet Set nightclub. It's in Santo Domingo, which is the capital. The roof caved in at around 1 a.m. local time. Merengue artist Robbie Perez and his orchestra were performing on stage when that happened. So it looks like a lot of people were actually present at that time too. Major League Baseball star Octavio Dotel was one of the lucky few who was pulled alive from the rubble of that nightclub. He was among at least 8 people who were rescued after the roof came down. And they're also saying that Nelsie Cruz, the governor of Monte Cristi, was among the people who were unfortunately killed during that, according to authorities. So yes, and Dotel was originally signed by the New York Mets and then later played for the Yankees. So he was at the club, but he did make it out alive after there were reports that he was missing. Isn't that awful? They don't know yet what made the roof come crashing down the way that it did.
So why people in there partying and the roof just came down?
Yeah, the roof collapsed. And it looks like, there was a ton of people in there.
It's footage?
I see pictures. I haven't seen video footage. All right, now let's talk about what's happening with these tariffs with China. There's 50% tariffs right now, right, according to Donald Trump. And that is the latest threat, an additional 50% tariff on Chinese goods unless Beijing reverses its retaliatory levies on U.S. imports. And right now, according to the Ministry of Commerce in China, they're saying that the United States is blackmailing them. And they said that Beijing will fight to the end. But Donald Trump, just about an hour ago, has said that they are waiting for China to call. He said, China also wants to make a deal badly, but they don't know how to get it started. We are waiting for their call. It will happen. So he's doing all these threats and then negotiating and then taking them back, but then reimposing it. I don't know what's going on.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a wild time.
Messing up the stock market.
You were like, is it time to buy? While things are down? We don't know what's going to happen. It's volatile, but that is your Under the Radar. We do have the Way Up Mix for you guys at the top of the hour. Plus, we have more Yeetie. Plus, we have Ask Yee. And now that Mano's back, I know you want to talk about this list of the 25 best female rappers of all time. We want to know from you guys who you think should have made the list, who should have been higher up. Just let's get your feedback. We'll do that in the next hour. But in the meantime, we got the Way Up Mix for y'all at the top of the hour. It's Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Up.
All the way up.
Yes.
You may know. And it's time to get into this Yeetie. So bad news for Slim Thug. His apartment in Houston has been robbed. Thieves got away with jewelry, cash, and a whole lot more, according to TMZ. They said this happened yesterday around 11 p.m. Security at the complex discovered it. They said the door had been forced open. Multiple items were stolen. Slim Thug was not at the apartment during that time, but they did talk to, authorities did talk to Slim Thug over the phone. So nobody's been arrested yet. That has to be the ultimate violation.
Right.
Someone's in your home.
You're not there.
And you're not there and they take your items.
Stuff is gone.
All right. Now, Young Thug has responded to a fan who went and got some of his lyrics tattooed on his body. The only problem is that he got the wrong lyrics. Now, he was trying to play tribute to the song Digits. And it says, horses don't stop. They keep going on his back. But the problem is, and then there's also in the images of horses galloping.
There's a lot of horses on his back. Big
back.
horses, pause.
Only thing is, Young Thug said... And
hustlers don't stop. They keep going.
Listen, but I could understand why people...
I thought he said horses too. I'm going to be honest.
Listen to this.
We got London on the track. The horses don't stop. They keep going.
Play that one more time. Hold on, one more time.
I thought he said horses all this
Like
time.
horses, one more time.
Man.
Let me hear that. Cause
We got London on the track.
okay, I heard that clear.
The horses don't stop.
I would have got the same tattoo. I'm sorry.
Horses.
You lose your life, but
I would have got that tattoo.
You could lose your life with these horses.
Stop it. You gotta stop.
Now, Young Thug responded that he is going to start talking with more clarity. Damn, bro. But a lot of people did think he was saying... You thought he was saying horses.
I almost got the same tattoo.
No, you didn't. But I guess horses make sense because horses do.
Yeah,
but horses do
don't
stop.
They keep going. But the way that,
where do horses not stop?
But the thing is, though, we see horses, they in motion, right? A lot
No,
of
sometimes
times.
they chilling.
Yeah, but I understand. It felt like that's what he said. Horses don't stop. They keep
galloping,
going.
they keep
Yeah.
All right. I can see it.
Hustlers don't stop. They keep going.
All right. Now, Russell Brand, he was on his Stay Free podcast yesterday. On that episode, he addressed his rape charges and he started talking about how he basically at a certain point just had an unquenchable sexual desire. Here's what he said.
Because I've always been open. You can go and watch my stand-up comedy. You can read my book. I couldn't have been more clear that I was out there having sex with anybody who wanted to. And let me tell you, when you're a famous guy, people are up for it. People are up for it. I've got to be honest with you. That was part of the reason I even bothered becoming famous in the first place, because I thought this will be a glorious opportunity for hedonistic adventure. Surely then my life will mean something. Surely I can find some value in the comfort of strangers. Surely I can lose myself in endless pleasure.
All right. He also implied that he will take the stand in his trial and he wants to tell the truth in court. He also says that these things are false because he wasn't famous yet. He said the allegations relate to events between 1999 and 2004. You probably wouldn't have even heard of me until 2005 or 2006. So it means that when you heard of me, these things are already alleged to have taken place. But he said he's only being charged now because he's been speaking out against the deep state. So I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I don't know, Russell Brand, of doing a podcast episode is probably the best idea. All right, and Kai Cenat, he is now one of the models for the new Bape by Kids Super collection that's going to be launching on April 12th. So you can take a look of that online. So congratulations to him for that. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up any question you have. We are here to help you out. Again, that's 800-292-5150. These horses don't stop. We keep going, baby. Ask Yee is next.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
All you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. Mano. And it is time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. Any question you have, we're here to help. We got Jordan on the line. Hey, Jordan.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, it's me and Mano. What's your question for Ask Yee?
Okay, so my homegirl, she spends too much time with her man. She literally got his name tatted a few weeks ago. How do I get her to spend more time with me and the girl?
Oh, you a hater. You hating.
No.
You're not happy and you're hating.
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, my God. That is such... Oh, man, you
Well,
hating.
she's in love.
Go get you a man, girl.
But she's in love, right?
In 3 months.
Is her man good to her?
I mean, yeah.
You should be happy for her. I'm going to be honest. Like, a lot of times when women get into relationships, you know, that does take a priority over a lot of other friendships that you may have. What you need to do is let her know you miss her. Just be like, I miss you, and plan ahead for you guys to do something. So it might be like, okay, you know, can you just carve out a little time? Let's go to dinner. Let's do something. Because she's in a relationship. She's happy. Her man is and should be her best friend, you know, and maybe for you, it's something that is not like, you're a little jealous. It might feel like.
Yeah, you jealous.
Which is okay.
But I mean, she got his name tatted, and it's been like...
Oh, my God. Find somebody you
like
can do the same. That's my advice.
That's crazy.
I mean, you can't tell somebody what to do and what not to do in their relationship. That's the thing, right? She's in love, and you said he treats her well. You should be supportive of the relationship, and you should also just ask her, when can we spend some time together, and make a plan. Maybe you have to come up, ask her when she's available, and be like, all right, I want to take you out so we can catch up.
Or ask her for him to get you a friend.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
You know, since you out here lonely and hating.
I mean, but he's not cute. I don't know if his friends are gonna be cute.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, he's cute to her.
Oh, now you're gonna diss him and say he's not cute.
and that's all. But you also have to identify within yourself why this bothers you so much, because it's not just the fact that she's busy with her man. But for some reason, this is bothering you, and sometimes we don't identify in ourselves, like, maybe I am a little jealous.
Maybe I am a hater.
Maybe I do want something like that for myself. Maybe I do also at the same time miss my friend. The other thing is, if you are being a bit of a hater, her man ain't going to want her around you. And she's also going to be defensive of her relationship. And so if he's good to her, support that. Let her know. Be like, look, I know you all in love and whatnot. You got your man, but can we get a little time, you know, me and you together? Because I love that for you, but I also miss you. Okay, but you got to really love it for her for real.
Stop hating.
Because you would be mad if she was with a guy who was real terrible to her. So
yeah, that's true.
So just celebrate that your friend found somebody who could potentially be the one. And so understand she's also going to be a little busy because she's with her man. And, you know, one day y'all will go on some double dates.
That's true.
All right. Well, take care, okay?
Thank you. You too.
No problem, Jordy. And when we come back, Mano, speaking of the women, let's talk about the 25 best female rappers of all time. Not just of 2025, not just of this decade, of all time. We'll tell you who Billboard put on the list. I want to see what you think of these rankings. It's Way Up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
New Mano.
And we're talking about this Billboard 25 best female rappers of all time. Now, on this list, number 25 is Tierra Whack, followed by Doechii at number 24. Then Gangsta Boo, Lady of Rage, Glorilla. Lotto's on the list, Moni Love. And the way they did this list, it was with body of work, achievements, charted singles, albums, gold, platinum certifications, cultural impact and influence, longevity, lyrics, and flow. And so it's a tough thing to do, to put together a list of the top 25 of all time. There's definitely some people that should have been on this
Who do you think
list.
should have been on there?
Ooh, man, it's hard to, okay. See, it's hard because some people you feel like they had an impact, but maybe they just didn't have
Like who you think?
enough catalog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's also like with the time periods. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Cash Doll on the list. You know, in the top 25 because she's been doing her thing for a while. And then I think back of like who else was really dope to me. Boss. But see,
Right, they
but
missed
she
Boss,
did have
yeah,
some
yeah.
influence.
Yeah, at a time, yeah.
At a period. That's why it's hard though, because it encapsulates all of these things like body of work, longevity. You know, of course, I agree with Lauryn Hill being on this list.
Of course.
You know, there's women who were in groups that didn't necessarily have solo projects that you might be like they should be on the list. Who do you think is missing?
No, I think they kind of got everybody. I'm trying to think.
I know it's hard because you got to really think about, like, you know who has an amazing book? Clover Hope. She actually has a book about the women of hip hop, and that's something that we should reference, or anybody who's listening.
What's
Go.
the book?
Her book is called The Mother Lode: 100 Plus Women Who Made Hip Hop. And so I think this would be a great book for us to reference at a time like this. Think about JJ Fad.
I was about to say that. And
Yeah.
BWA. Remember BWA?
The attitude. You know I do. 2-minute brother. All right, well, let's hear what you guys think. What women should have been on this list, or what order of this list? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? 800-292-5150. Yes, sir. What you think?
You talking about like Foxy Brown, Queen Latifah, Rod Digga, MC Light, Cardi B.
Okay.
Nicki, I know Nicki first.
I didn't see Rod Digga didn't make the list.
Oh, no, Rod Digga got to be up there.
I know, but they didn't put her on the list. I thought about Rod Digga, too. Digga. Birth name Rashia.
You know what I'm saying? I beat that with a bat. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you ain't got Rod Digga up there?
I know. Listen, I feel you on that. Who else you think should have been on here?
Where the Brad at? Is the Brad up there?
Yeah, the Brad is there.
The Brad's number 12.
Trina in there, right?
Trina in there.
Number 13. You all right? You know the whole list.
Come on, man. I'm about to say now, who else I got?
Who's your favorite?
Oh, Missy Elliott.
I'm not mad at that.
Is Missy Elliott and Rhapsody?
I might have would have put Rhapsody up higher.
Yeah, I would have put.
I think so.
I would have put.
What about Yo-Yo? Y'all got Yo-Yo up there?
Yo-Yo is not on the list.
I would have put Foxy and
That's crazy.
Eve ahead of Roxanne Shante a little bit.
Okay, Roxanne Shante is number 8. Oh, hey, Kim.
Hey.
So we're talking about this list that Billboard put together, 25 best female rappers ever. Who do you think, and what do you think about this list?
Glorilla should not be on the list. She's not top 25 yet. She's got hits, man, but I don't think she's top 25.
See, that's the hard part, but she's had a lot of hits real fast.
Yeah, but that don't get you top 25. This is a nice short run, you know. I don't know. It's not top 25.
That's what it's hard, though. It's so hard to say.
Yeah.
Sexy Red's not on the list. She had a lot of hits.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. She shouldn't be on the list. That was fair.
That is true. If Glorilla's on there, I think Sexy Red deserved to be on the list, too. Shout out to her.
Right, but maybe, put them top 50, but not top 25.
Oh, maybe Angie Martinez. No, she'll be so mad at me for saying that. Sorry, Angie.
So weak. But that ladies' night, that was a good record.
That was a good record. All right, well, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right, well, you guys, you can still call us up, 800-292-5150, and leave your feedback for Last Word. It's Way Up.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the Last Word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and of course, Mano is in the building. Good times.
You already know how we do.
I had a good time with you today. We both agreed 25 best female rappers of all time. Not mad at Nicki Minaj being number 1 on that list. Well deserved, well earned. And again, our producer Dan is away on his honeymoon until the 19th, so it's grind mode up here. I told you today I want to actually write something for you, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and I like it. I like the
You
idea.
like the idea?
I love the idea.
Okay, I'm
I love
gonna write
the
it. It's
idea.
gonna be really funny.
We had, we practiced my different walks, so we had a lot going on.
Mano got a different walk from when he goes to St. Thomas for Carnival, which we will be at this year.
That's right.
Then when he goes into the strip club.
Different
then when he
walk.
goes into a business meeting. You walk
100%.
different.
Walk different every time.
But always with your head high.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, this is your show, so you have the last word.
What's up, Yee? What's up, babe? No, that list is buggy. How they got Foxy Brown at number 10? Who's Jean Grey? Foxy couldn't go before Jean Grey? Like, who makes these lists up? That's a bad batch. Sorry.
I just want to say the best wedding I went to was in New Orleans. My cousin got married. And when I tell you he had laid out, we had the marching band, we had the police escort. Best wedding I ever been to in my life.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.